Remedy is making remakes of Max Payne 1 and 2. How is Max Payne 2 in 2025? 22 years after its original release. Is Max Payne 2 still one of my favorite games of all time? Is the combat as good as I remember it being? How about the story? I loved how this game felt to play and remember replaying it endlessly on my Xbox. But it's been such a long time since I've played it that I remember very little about the game, other than I really loved it. And I remember the struggle to beat the game on its hardest difficulty to try and get the secrets or alternative ending. I have no memory of the story or some small snippets here and there, so let's jump in and see what Remedy has in store in the future with the remake. Will they change it? Don't know. But let's talk about Max Payne 2. Let's go. Max Payne 2 is just a straight upgrade in every way I can think of. The gunplay feels the same, but the way you can make headshots now makes a world of difference. The voice acting is way better, and this is the way James McCaffrey sounded in my head in Max Payne 1 before I replayed it. And I'm not saying he wasn't good in Max Payne 1. He was stellar in this. He upped this game so much in 2. The game oozes patented Remedy charm. The oddness mixed with the Norse storytelling feels even better realized. The TV series you find are more varied, and I can see some real similarities in other Remedy games. Like, these were some of the concepts or inspiration to some of the things they did later on. Like John Mira is like Scratch, and New York changes when he kills. Both of these are from the TV series Address Unknown from this game, but they have a lot of similarities to Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2. The level where you go through the areas from the show is so full of charm and so well done. The storytelling is so much better, like the way the areas tells the story that I remember it being. Then there are shows like Lord and Ladies that's just made to spoof soap dramas or soap operas, the insanity that comes with that, and it's really hilarious. A new face for Max Payne is good, but I do miss Sam Lake's goofy look sometimes. Alan Wake 2 proves that it could and would have worked really well if they kept the old face. The world is so much more fleshed out and better realized than Max Payne 1. The areas without combat, like the police station, are so fun to go through. Listening to the guy to try explain why he was burying his wife and the pizza guy was grim, but really funny.
Found you out of it on V, covered in blood, burying the pieces of your wife and the pizza guy under a rose bush in the backyard. There's a bloody chainsaw in the bathtub, and by the looks of it, they had been shot in your bed. The murder weapons have your prints all over them, and you say you didn't do it.
Hell no! I'm a fall guy! I've been framed! It's a setup! I was getting too close to the truth, so they had to get rid of me.
This should be good. Your wife and the pizza delivery guy had to get rid of you?
No. Yeah, they were gonna whack me. Motherfuckers, they were gonna whack me! Steal my money! It was self-defense!
Right, your wife and the pizza guy were trespassing in your bed and you killed them.
No, I didn't kill anyone. It's a frame-up. Weren't you listening?
Okay, now I get it. Your wife and the pizza guy deviously conspired to set you up. They killed themselves in your bed with your gun, proceed to chop each other to pieces in your bathtub with your chainsaw, and finally lure you to the backyard where they patiently wait under the rose bush to inject you with V, and when you are helpless, they leak blood all over you and call the police. Anything to add?
See, that's just it. I wish it was that easy. And I know this sounds crazy, but they weren't in on it alone. It's much bigger than that. Basically, anyone who does home delivery is in on it. The mailman. And that means that the government is involved. The mailman told me all about it.
So all we have to do is to get in touch with this mailman and we get the proof.
See, that's not gonna work. He's dead.
The mailman's dead. I'm sure the DA would go easy on you if you just come clean right now and told where you buried his body. I suppose it's not under the same rose bush.
See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. You're not listening. You failed to grasp how serious this is.
Okay, so how would you like to take this forward?
Give me a gun and set me loose, and I'll have this mess sorted out in no time.
Okay, wise guy, the comedy hour is over. You shut up for a while so I can write this crap down.
Max Payne 2 sometimes feels like a fever dream, and it goes to insane places and has some real surreal sequences that mix in to tell the story. The nightmares are so much better than in Max Payne 1, and it has a really dark sense of humor. Playing through Max Payne 2 is a treat even now. Like I said, the gameplay has not aged too poorly, and the level design and visuals, while old, are leagues better than Max Payne 1. You even get to play as another character. The jump in graphics is considerable, but it is still a game from the early 2000s. The world is more immersive, and there are a lot more friendly NPCs around. But the atmosphere is where I found the most enjoyment in Max Payne 2. The dark and rainy New York, and the almost melancholy portrayal of it fits so well into a story like this. Flash in some hard-boiled detective stuff, and it's a match made in heaven. This is what I feel like was missing from Max Payne 3. I am going to be doing a video on it sometime after, so we'll see what I think about that once I replay it, because it's been years. I liked it back in the day, but I do think it was missing some of the charm of Max Payne 1 and 2. The combat felt more fun. The enemies didn't feel as tough to take down, which made it feel more like an action game. I think the reason for that is, like I said before, headshots. In Max Payne 1, headshots did nothing. In 2, I feel like they're an instant kill. So a room with multiple enemies becomes so much more manageable when you enter bullet time and just aim for the head. Healing feels a lot more plentiful, so you don't have to save scum your way through a level if you're on low health. And now, enemies have a chance to drop painkillers when you kill them. And there aren't as many oddly placed enemies and instant kills as in Max Payne 1. So as a whole, the combat and the improvements to difficulty feel more fun and actiony. Add to that better level design, and I think Max Payne 2 is many times better combat-wise than 1. The story too is a major improvement. From here I will be talking some spoilers, like real spoilers. So if you don't want to get spoiled, leave, go play the game, come back. So let's just jump into it. The way the story starts is so good. We have no idea what's going on. Why is Max surrounded by the police, speaking metaphors? Then we get a flashback to the hospital. Did Max shoot the cop? If so, why? Who is after him? Why is the hospital being attacked? All these questions the game makes you ask, or made me ask. Then we start from the beginning of the game. Flashbacks like this have been done to death, but I still think it works well here. We get introduced to Winterson, the clean cop, or Max at the time thinks is one. We also meet Bravura, who in the hospital flashback or flash forward or whatever you call it, got shot, riddled with bullets. Max goes in a case, and through it meets Mona Sachs again. Yeah, she's alive. I didn't remember her being a major part of this game, but I was wondering how they were going to retcon her getting shot in the head. But it's kinda not, I guess. There are some things that I think did not age well, like the hypersexual moaning you can hear multiple times throughout the game. But it didn't get in the way of my enjoyment of the game. I did cringe in a few parts, but most of the time it was fine. The way they tell what Max is feeling, what he's going through. Alcohol and painkiller abuse, survivor's guilt about his wife and child, about Mona, his conflicted emotions about falling for Mona, and the decisions he makes that lead to the end all just work so well. Tell a story that fits into this world and fits Max. The ending and how it plays out is perfect. Mona getting shot right after saying she can't kill Max and dying in his arms is really heavy and dark. Like Max says, there are no happy endings. Well, I lied. There is another ending where Mona survives, and I do like it, but it just doesn't fit the rest of the story. Rockstar agrees because Max Payne 3 skips it and goes from the normal ending. This here, I'm gonna show it here, is the alternative ending. I got it using console commands. I did try to get it normally, but it would have taken longer than I really have. I didn't want to show it here.
The past is a gaping hole. Your only chance is to turn around and face it. But it's like kissing the lips of your dead love. Darkness waiting in the hole of your mouth. It was almost morning, waking up from the American dream. We are willing to suffer, to die for the things we care about, for love, for the right choices. Because of her, I had solved the case, my case, all of it, who I am. Is it worth it? Saying that it never is would be a lie. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes something good comes out of it, something you know you wouldn't deserve in a million years.
God, I turned out to be such a damsel in distress.
Something that gives you a reason to go on.
NYPD, freeze!
Easy! Don't move!
We need a paramedic team here. We have 2 survivors.
I had a dream of my wife. She was dead, but it was all right.
So the story, the environmental storytelling, combat, the level design, all of it is better than Max Payne 1. But it's hard to say it hasn't aged. It has aged rather well, all things considered, but it is an old game. If you have never experienced Max Payne 2, or it's been ages, consider playing through it. I will say that in my book, Max Payne 2 is a 10 out of 10 video game. Thing is, I'm looking at it from the perspective that it's an old game. It has its problems, and it being from the early 2000s, the things that we find normal in third-person shooters just aren't there. Despite that, I really enjoyed my time with it. I think everything in this game works really well. It combines to make something greater than the sum of its parts. That's it. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, consider leaving a like and following or subscribing. Thank you. See you in the next video.